Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. Uh, the only thing happy about this note. The other day I put forth a proposition that if Trump got into enough trouble, he would start some small scale land war someplace because everybody falls up behind the commander in chief. Now, a few things have happened since then. One is the Secretary of State's pronunciation that nothing's off the table in dealing with North Korea. To me, that's given us a fair warning that we may indeed attempt to bomb nuclear works or something else in North Korea. But the problem there being that they have so many artillery, what do I want to say, cannons and everything aimed at South Korea that within minutes they could kill hundreds of thousands of people in Seoul. That they don't need rockets for that. They're so close to the capital of South Korea, the DMZ is, that they have such a mass of conventional weapons there that in moments could fire tremendous amount of shells before the United States or the South Korean army could react enough. And in that case, we might literally need to use um, low yield nuclear weapons ourselves to wipe out this defensive position they have. And an offensive position, but it would become defensive in a matter of minutes. And we're Trump is sort of looking for an excuse. Now, I certainly don't defend the regime in North Korea, but I do defend the right of certain countries to, if they possess the knowledge and the capability to develop their own nuclear weapons. Why in the world should we think that that China, Russia, France, Great Britain, the United States, Israel, Pakistan, and India have all the only rights to a nuclear weapon defensive system? It's one of the great defenses. Believe me, one of the reasons Israel is relatively safe is because they have the capability of wiping out not one little nation, but the entire Middle East. And and Israel has the mentality to go ahead and do it. Now, since the warning I gave the other day, Israel has struck into Syria and taken out what they thought were weapons that were going to end up in Hezbollah's uh, region in Lebanon. Now, whether they had the right to or not, they don't give a shit. They never gave a shit about any international law, any international treaty, or any other damn thing. But what it does is, with our dealings what we might end up dealing with North Korea, it lessens the offense that Israel, in the world's eyes, that Israel is doing. On top of that, we went ahead and the president last week said that he's no longer going to sign off on every predatory attack that we do, that the generals just can go and do it on their own whenever they want. They have his okay. Well, that did away with civilian control of the military, and we spoke about that. But what happened to this attack the other day? Apparently, we killed 42 innocent people in a mosque. Now, we claim that we didn't do it, but who are you going to trust anymore? Who claims what? Look at this is idiot Trump still claiming that Obama tried to hack into Trump headquarters. I mean, absolute jackass. And anybody that can defend him on that statement is a jackass. And I don't give a fuck whether you unsubscribe or whatever. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to tell you the truth. Now, we do stand a chance of being involved in some offensive activity against North Koreans. And if we do piss them off, bad enough, they will take out a good chunk of South Korea with conventional weapons. Now, every time the North Koreans test another bomb, I'm sort of happy about it because there's a bomb they can't throw on anybody else. If he's doing this for the bluster of it, because we certainly can pick it up with our machines that register earthquakes and so forth. We can determine the magnitude of the bomb, equivalent of in tons of TNT and all. But he's burning up very valuable fissionable material, so I wouldn't get that upset. How many bombs he has and his ability to deliver them. He's not one thing. I mean, he's killing off all his relatives and firing generals and having them shot and everything else. But sooner or later, someone in his vicinity is going to kill him because they're fearful for their own lives. Now, what the chain of command is going to be after that, nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows. But you heard it here that we're in grave danger of getting into some offensive activity with North Korea. And one of the main reasons is that Trump has been digging himself such a hole, and there's still such a hole with the Russian activity, that he is going to be forced to do something out of the ordinary in order to get the country back behind him and to forget about what they will then consider as little things, the Russians running our country for us.